Every quarter, there are hundreds of thousands of people buying a Tesla. And though Teslas have proven to be amazing cars, they're different from other cars in many ways. For one, they do not use dealership intermediaries to supply their vehicles to end users. Instead, new buyers make orders directly to them online and are added to the queue for delivery. Due to these aspects that make buying the vehicle a little different as an experience from what people are used to, buyers sometimes make mistakes when purchasing their vehicles. In this video, we will discuss 7 common mistakes people make when buying their Tesla and what you can do to avoid them and make the best decision for yourself and for your car. Let's get right to it. The first mistake that people make when they purchase is buying full self-driving with their order. This is quite an understandable mistake, as Tesla does not clearly explain this feature addition. Every Tesla product comes with their very efficient autopilot system that has 8 cameras around the car and their full self-driving computer, as well as other sensors around the car that help it to drive itself to a certain extent, and this comes with the stock by default. Apart from this, Tesla sells a full self-driving package that you can add to the car when you order for an extra $10,000. According to their website, this full self-driving package includes Navigate on Autopilot, Auto Lane Change, Auto Park, Summon, and a full self-driving computer, as well as traffic and stop sign control, as well as auto steer on city streets to come later this year. In reality though, the full self-driving computer is included in every Tesla car by default, so this package does not add any new hardware to your car. Such a high cost for a mere software update does not seem like a practical purchase. In addition to that, Tesla drivers that use the full self-driving package describe it as not being as seamless and efficient as expected. Many of its features still feel like they're in the beta stage, making it not very reliable. The more useful features like auto lane change and auto steer can be added to the system at any other time after delivery, without it affecting the efficiency of its use. This is a much better option rather than adding $10,000 to the initial cost when you purchase your car. Also, Tesla offers on their website a subscription option for full access to the FSD package. You can pay $199 per month to get it, and you can cancel your subscription at any time. This seems like the best option to gain FSD advantages, as you can just pay for it when you need it and cancel when you don't. In addition, if you sell your Tesla and upgrade to a new model, you can just resume your subscription to the new car. This is in contrast to buying the $10,000 package that stays with the car when you sell it and does not get valued with the price of the car upon sale. All of these, however, are subject to how much Tesla improves the reliability and capacity of their FSD feature, because it may increase the value of having the package. In my opinion, it's best for you to buy the Tesla on its own and experience its normal autopilot, and then see if you feel like you need the extra features before making the $10,000 purchase or the $199 subscription. The second buying mistake people make when getting a Tesla is not setting up charging ahead of time. Charging overnight at home is the best way to charge your Tesla for a full day's use, but a normal outlet is usually too slow for what people need. For a full day of driving, you will need your car to be charged to up to 80 to 100% to avoid running out before the end of the day. Normal outlets will only be able to get it up to that level in over 24 hours, and this is too slow to be realistically used regularly. Tesla does sell a wall connector on their website for $500. If you truly want this and have the right electricity outlet for it, this is the best option for you, as it looks better and charges the fastest. Purchasing this is not entirely necessary though, as NEMA 1450, sold at $10 on Amazon, works just fine. Also, you will need to get the right plug to use it on the charger for this outlet, and Tesla sells that on their website from $35 to $45. An important tip to note for the health of your car is that charging to up to 80% a day is the most recommended for your battery to last as long as possible. 90 to 100% charges should be reserved for road trips and on occasion. Moving on, the third mistake to be avoided when buying a Tesla is buying one with the wrong range. Tesla itself sells EVs with the highest level of range than any other company, but these ranges put forth are the EPA tested and so do not reflect real-world experiences. A long-range Model Y that should reach 326 miles in range hardly ever get to 100 miles after a full charge before needing to be recharged again. This is why it's important to include a buffer in your purchase. The argument against buying a longer range car or buffer is that in reality, the daily driving requirements don't actually exceed the range miles offered by a standard Tesla, and in situations where you would need to drive long distances, there is a thriving network of charging stations where you can recharge your car in the middle of your trip. A lower range vehicle will need to stop more frequently though, but you will ultimately get to your destination without having to pay another $10,000 for a bigger battery pack or buying a more expensive, longer range vehicle. Criticism against buying lower range Teslas is that when you're already spending so much money on a Tesla, it might make more sense to splurge and go for the longer range model and having an extra buffer that will save you time supercharging if you need to drive a lot of miles more frequently. Also, keep in mind that different wheels can affect your car's range as well. This is the fourth mistake that most people make when buying their Tesla: buying the wrong wheels. Buying a bigger or heavier wheel for your car can lead to slightly reduced driving range and can also reduce the quality of the ride itself. And so it makes more sense to purchase smaller wheels with bigger tires to enjoy a much smoother and further reaching drive at reduced cost with your Tesla EV. Even if they're way too common and may not look as good as spending an extra $2,000 for cooler wheels with no real advantage. However, if looks are more important to you when making a buying decision, then upgrading your wheels at added cost should work for you. Now on to mistake number 5, not checking for quality issues upon delivery. With Tesla being one of the newer car companies out there that makes their cars themselves, they don't really have the same level of quality control that other, much older car makers have. This is seen with their vehicle being delivered in varying conditions, sometimes stellar, sometimes with small issues, and sometimes with major issues. This is why it's important to check for these issues at delivery or as soon as possible. Tesla's policy on this is a bit unclear, saying that you have about 100 miles to let them know of these issues for them to fix them. But ultimately, it's best to check the car before leaving the delivery center, so they can have it in their record and that you can book a service appointment at your convenience. It even helps to bring a delivery checklist with you to ensure that the excitement of the new car does not make you forget all of the parts of the car that need to be checked before pulling out of the delivery center. More often, people buy their Tesla cars without planning for EV credit, and this is the 6th mistake you need to avoid. You qualify for state, local, and federal level incentives when you purchase an EV, which can significantly reduce the cost of the purchase. The actual amount of this incentive varies from state to state in the US, so it's very useful to research and apply for this credit before making your Tesla purchase, as you could save a lot of money. There is even a certain tax credit for setting up a home charging system that you would not benefit from if you don't apply. The last but definitely not the least mistake to avoid when buying your Tesla is not planning ahead for accessories. Some accessories like screen protectors, floor mats, paint protection films, and so on are important to get or book before your Tesla gets delivered so they can be installed onto the car right away. Tesla does sell these accessories on their website, but it's better to buy them from third-party sellers as they make it their business to ensure that you get the best, optimum accessory for your car. No doubt it's very exciting to buy a Tesla, but these are the things you need to keep in mind so you don't make these mistakes of purchasing unnecessary autopilot, not setting up charging beforehand, buying a car with the wrong range, buying the wrong wheels, not checking for car quality, not applying for EV credit, and not planning for accessories. This will help you save time, money, and effort required to correct these mistakes after they've been made. Comment down below and let us know which mistake you would have made or have made in the past, and we'll see you on the next one.